This rally for Daisha Hargrave wrapped up about 15-20 minutes ago. It lasted about an hour. There were hundreds of supporters here, teachers, parents, students, and just community members who were standing up for Daisha. Now let's backtrack a couple of days here. Monday night, when Daisha Hargrave was at a Vermilion Parish School Board meeting, she was questioning a $30,000 pay raise for Superintendent Jerome Pio. Now, as we've all seen the video now, she was escorted out by an Abbeville deputy city marshal, and then she was taken out of the building in handcuffs and then sent to jail. Of course, this story has gained national and international attention, and that was the impetus for this rally here this afternoon in Abbeville. I'm going to bring in a guest right now. This is Debbie Moe from the Louisiana Association of Educators. Debbie, you are actually from Vermilion Parish originally. Did you know Daisha Hargrave before this whole thing happened?
Yes, I did. In fact, she was a former student of mine and now a colleague.
So when I know that the Louisiana Association of Educators got involved in this really right after this whole thing happened. When you saw that video, what was going through your mind?
It was total shock. It's like, what? When they called me and told me she had been arrested, I said, they what? I was just totally in shock. It was disgusting. It was heartbreaking for me, especially since I know her well and she was my student.
I know that Daisha is getting a lot of support from the community, from fellow teachers, from students, from parents as well. What do you hope to accomplish from the rally that we had here this afternoon?
We hope to accomplish that our school board and the community understand that we stand behind Daisha. We stand by Daisha. That's the hashtag that we're using. I want our citizens to become involved in their rights as a citizen, to be fully heard and fully participatory in the democratic process, not just at school board meetings, but at other public meetings as well. That's why they're called public meetings.
All right, Debbie Moe from the Louisiana Association of Educators, thank you for joining me this afternoon. Of course, this is live team coverage. News 10's Lester Dewey was also in the thick of that rally, and he joins us now from another part of Magdalene Square. Lester? The DOTD, Darla, shut down this road at 8 o'clock tonight. It will be shut down until 6 in the morning. Now you can see they have the floodlights up and the scaffolding up. They're just getting started now. The DOTD crews, they will be fixing cracks on the bridge counterweights. This is a story you'll see only on 10. The Delcambre Bridge on LA 14 moves traffic over the Delcambre Canal. The DOTD plans to spend 2 nights repairing the bridge's counterweights, which have developed some cracks over time.
And the counterweight's there to help lift the span of the bridge when we have to open it to marine traffic. And anytime you have a large mass of concrete like that, sometimes it develops those type of cracks.
We fish out of here a bit, so when we pass under it, I mean, you can tell it's aged a bit. I've never really taken a close enough look at it to, see if it's, really damaged or anything like that. But you can tell it's got some age on it.
The DOTD says it's not an expensive project, just over $43,000. Crews will use an epoxy to seal the cracks to prevent further deterioration. The deck of the bridge is lifted often.
You lift the entire span of the bridge to let the boat traffic. There's a lot of shrimp boats there. So that we have somebody man that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
The bridge was built in 1998, and the U.S. Coast Guard regulates bridges like this one. DOTD District Administrator Bill Oliver says this project is being done to maintain the integrity of the counterweights.
If part of it would fall off, it could cause a failure of the bridge or cause us not to be able to lift the bridge.
They will reopen this bridge at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then they'll be back at it tomorrow night. 8 p.m. they'll close the bridge down. It'll be closed until 6 a.m. Thursday morning. It should be finished. This entire project should be finished by Thursday morning. Reporting live in Delcambre, Rob Macko for News 10.
Rob, it has been a busy day here at the Cajun Dome.
It sure has. A lot of activity. The weather is great. It's not too hot, not too cool. We've got a lot of volunteers behind us here. A lot of people are pulling up, dropping off their donations of food for the 32nd annual KLFY FoodNet Food for Families food drive.
Thanks so much, Caroline. And we were all around Acadiana today. Let's head up to St. Landry Parish. This is the scene over at the Opelousas Civic Center. Huge crowd at the Opelousas Civic Center. As you can see, we were there all morning helping to pick up donations. News 10's Laura Levine was also in Eunice this morning helping volunteers pack up the food that very generous people stopped by and dropped off. Of course, we thank everyone who donated. We were also at the Karen Crow Civic Center, where the community came out and really supported the family's need here in Acadiana. Now here at the Cajun Dome, you can see the volunteers behind me. They're going to be here. Volunteers will be here until 8 o'clock collecting your generous donations for the 32nd annual KLFY FoodNet Food for Families food drive. We're going to have a lot more coming up, but right now we're going to send it to break, and we'll be back in just a little bit. That's right, Darla. It is lights, camera, action here inside the Cajun Dome Convention Center. Behind me, we have Louisiana Red on the stage. I've got one of the, are you a muse? I've got one of the muses here. She doesn't say a whole lot, but this is the 28th annual Crew of Xanadu Ball. The theme this year, do you want to say something?
Welcome. We love Mardi Gras.
The muse does speak. Wonderful. The theme this year, Grand Prix. I've got my motor oil here and my checkered flags, so we're having a good time here inside the Cajun Dome Convention Center. This is what it was like tonight. 2,200 guests attended this year's Crew of Xanadu Ball. The theme was Xanadu Grand Prix. Checkered flags, racing gear, and automotive signs were everywhere.
I was blown away. Amazing, amazing decorations. I can't even tell I'm in Lafayette. I'm like, wow. It's amazing. Awesome experience.
It's amazing. We helped this morning decorate tables, so we already had a chance to look at all the other tables, and it's really cool. It's really amazing.
The Crew of Xanadu was formed in 1990. It's made up entirely of women. There are around 235 members.
It's not about all the glitter and the glitz at Mardi Gras. We're sisters throughout the year, and we help one another with family crises. We're there. We're just a sisterhood.
It's a lot of energy. There's lights everywhere. There's awesome sound system, and my aunt's on the court. So yeah, it's awesome. It's a good time.
Crystal Fake's sister is in the crew. This is her 5th ball. She made the trip from Orange County, California with Rudy Rivas.
The people are so amazing, the crew members are great, and it is just a great cultural event. And being from here and not living here now, I had to come home.
As for the motor oil, this is one of the table decorations, in case you couldn't figure that one out. These are, they've got all kinds of things here in the Cajun Dome Convention Center. A lot of nice table arrangements, a lot of decorations. Certainly the costumes are wonderful. A lot of work went into planning this ball. In fact, after the ball is over, a crew member told me they'll take maybe a couple of weeks off and then start planning for next year. For now, we're going to send it over to our colleague, Rebecca Malkeen. She is live at the Cajun Field where the Mardi Gras Carnival kicked off tonight. Rebecca?